All right, welcome back. As it's becoming the mantra of this playthrough, I'm going to see what I can squeeze in here between some other things going on. Basically, where we last left it, we were exploring like a peninsula on one of the sides of the Lake of Liurnia. Saw a path leading up to what seemed like a dead end, which seemed very clearly like a place that something would be, and we found this Black Knife assassin kind of dungeon. So I'm guessing that the end boss behind that door there is going to be another one of those assassins like we struggled with, the invisibility one, which we have now gotten what we need to be able to see that. Did I not get that one? Thought I hit him before he... I'll be doing this all day. Well, that's a rather unfortunate placement. Now I wonder if there's sometimes... So sometimes there's a guy behind it all that... So that might be the problem, is that I actually need to kill this guy right here, not just strike him twice. And that's why. Okay, I was working on the old assumption. Let me see if I have what it needs. It looks like it's only a single one. Okay. Again, it's always nice to keep a couple on hand because you don't want to sit here going, ugh, all right, I'm going to have to remember now. Oh, interesting. Not that I use axes, but... Get a little health back now. I wonder if these guys are just going to die because I killed the... Nope. Okay. Oh, nice. Usually my weapon of choice is a bow, but if I need to, I will shiv you prison style. So I respect that. Got a little greedy and got a little close, and he has a way to deal with that, so... I'm going to heal up just because I don't trust myself. Now the question is, are these guys... No, they still have that sort of glow to them, so somewhere... I bet you it's going to be a little tricky and be up top. So what I need to do is I need to get on here, ride the wave, get up, and there you go. Now the question is, yeah, there's another guy, you can see him walking behind. So I'm going to do something intensely stupid. I'm going to gang rush. Try and blow past these two, get to him. Heal up. Oh, did they just collapse? I figured I had to kill them. That helps. So it's interesting. I'm still trying to dial in. You know, I constantly go on about audio stuff, and it's because it's sort of where my head's at a little bit while I'm doing these kinds of things. As I said, I do all this stuff to learn technical stuff. And I'm getting like pretty hot levels in OBS, but not hot levels on my meters on my audio device. So I'm not quite sure which ones to go with. I was doing a role-playing game online, and it's coming in really soft, and I'm hoping I solved that, but I'm constantly nervous that... Not quite so nervous in this case because I've got the OBS meters. Oh, interesting. Wonder if this is really the final... This can't be the final boss because it's not behind... Can't bring in help. Now the thing about these is that they stagger... Oops, I blew that. They stagger pretty easily. They're just tough because they can get a jump attack, they got range, all of it does bleed up. Oh, nice. I just thought I was going to be too far away. Now it's interesting here, I don't have my full health bar. As I panic roll. Nice. I thought again I was going to be too far. Oh, wait, who's got me? Oh, that's the medallion I was going after. The one that lets you backstab for FP. Oh, so now the question is, could you... Are we in a place where you could sort of beeline for this location pretty early in the game? Because the first one is available... in an early area. The second one doesn't seem to be that far behind. I mean, this isn't like... Technically, you don't even have to beat Stormvale Castle. This might have been a mistake. If you could find your way around it, and then just... Now, I don't know if this dungeon itself is too hard. But, is that a ghost? I'm not sure what level ghost we need to upgrade Headless. But now every single one of these critical backstabs, counters, they all turn into opportunities to... But now the disappointing thing is I can't... let me see if I can... I'm still a medium load. I lose the bow. But that might be worth it. Because again, basically what this does is every time you backstab, you replenish now both. And it's an easy way to basically explore to your heart's content. Let me see if I can get a backstab out of this guy, or a counter, something. There we go. See, now I get blue and red swirls, so I'm doing both. And, you know, you find enough enemies, you can... I don't need to fight this thing. Or that one. Oh, I've got more souls than I realized, so I'm definitely not taking chances. Let's get out of here. Sort of at the point where ooh. So it's possible that I may have actually explored most of this dungeon if we're coming back to the first, yeah. Little hint of the Sen's Fortress going on here. One of the best areas in just about any Souls game. So, yeah, not too much of a dungeon, so... But, great item to have picked up. And if I could actually remember this when I was doing a replay, I would strongly think about, you know, can I... just beeline for this dungeon after I get the other dagger medallion. I think I have enough for a level, so let's keep going with our vigor. Now, I know caps, soft caps, it's not 40. 40 is the number I get in my head, but do I only go to 20? Oops, you know what? This is what happened last time, and I got stuck here. Oh, maybe I can kill this guy. He doesn't have the gray glow. Or do I stop at 20 and, you know, just start dealing with other things, like getting in my weight limit up so I can carry some of these things and keep those 2 medallions? Or do I start putting some points into strength to get more damage out of this main sword? Or do I start looking at intelligence, faith, or arcane, or something else that might help out with different weapons? Let's see what we got here. Cemetery Shade. Can't tell. I feel like I've done something like this before. Oh. So let me backstab you, sir. Now, it might not actually... I'm not gonna... I feel like I can just do one of these. Ooh, that's not good. Did I even get one shot in on the Cemetery Shade? Like, did I... Well, that's not a bad one if you're looking for a ranged set of ashes to help out while you go in melee style. There's the death root that we were getting twinges of as we... This isn't a... Yeah. So sure, got the death root, got the ashes. The real thing was getting that medallion. This guy... Not that I need to deal with him, but... So I do recall I was curious about how to get up there, and I think the answer was to go this way and around. Now the question is, can you reverse it? Or do you actually have to go up and around entirely? Because I feel like that jump to that jump won't be doable, even with a double jump. So let's get up there and see. I remember part of it was that there was like minotaurs. That can be a slight... What I find to be difficult about them in this particular case is that they have the guys that you're dealing with up close, but there's tons of archers. And they start picking you off, and sometimes you can't even see where they are when they're shooting you. Oh. Probably don't need to deal with this guy, but... I wonder if these guys come back. Yeah, what I need to do is roll into it. That's what the thing I was doing with the last one. But I wonder if these guys actually respawn, or if I could deal with this and then the trail is clear. You know, at this point, it doesn't even matter. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go around him now that I remember he's actually there. Go around him, because who cares? But I'm going to deal with this guy. No, kidding. No quarter for the dragonflies. So even though it's only like 4,000 souls, I'll risk antagonizing the bear, but then I'll go around him. Hopefully. Famous last words. Old Palace Ruins. Now, is that above? I don't see the actual ruins here, so I'm wondering I'm sort of popping the lock on to see if I can get tracking on any of the minotaurs, because I don't always pick them out of the background here. Sometimes the archers hit you from decent range. Or am I just going back? Yeah, I'm just going back. Bear's like, oh, well, thank you. Okay, so that one seems to have skulls on it, so this one you can knock down. Although I'm starting to wonder if the actual way around is not here, it's around and up and over. And if that's the case, did we look at some of this stuff up here? Now again, much like that dungeon we just finished, it feels like something should be here, and I don't know if it's just enough to have the mausoleum, or if there might be something more against the back wall. It might just be the mausoleum. Now, sometimes lakes have invisible again, this gives off, very Middle-earth vibes to me in some ways, the art direction of this area. Maybe not the walking mausoleums, but the cracked statues, the history that you can tell is buried into the land, if that makes sense. It's very clear that the world has a story before the one currently going on, and they're not separate from each other, they matter to each other, but that's sort of the vibe I always got from Lord of the Rings, at least especially in the movies where they would sort of pepper in that kind of detail into the landscape. Interesting thing, can you actually get up there? I keep thinking that's, might be an interesting place to get to, but is it even possible? I think I'm seeing skulls on this thing. Now there's a hint of a road here, but it also has a hint of a cliff face, so I'm not sure which is which. Yeah, I feel like the road must not exist anymore, because it would have been somewhere around there. Okay, so there's a minor Erd tree. Question is, how do you get to it? Is it just as simple as getting by these minotaurs? Let's see what happens if I try and take one on. If I can do it in one, that's much better. Now, they seem to be... I thought they were patrolling and walking, but they seem to be obviously dancing, so there must be some... which makes it feel much more like there's some kind of ritual to their behavior. Again, love stealth. Love that stealth can sort of function in this game. So they seem to be doing some kind of worshipping of the Erd tree. Now the question is, I can't deal with the Erd tree while I'm trying to deal with these Minotaurs. I don't have a bow and arrow anymore. How much can I get away with? Stake of Marika in case I screw up. So what I'm wondering is, can I get away with some backstabs without alerting the ones in front of them? Can I do this without alerting the Erd tree? Okay, these guys are actually going down a little easier than I thought. And of course the Erd tree itself would do... Nope, I didn't mean to do that. So now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to backstab to replenish FP to be able to summon without using a potion. Nice, alright. Okay, so I think that's in the clear. This is one of the creatures that's a little, I don't want to say easy, but it's not as difficult as like the one we ran into at Mount Gelnir or the one we ran into at Caelid that was dropping rot. So let's give this a shot. Strong opening. Terrible follow through. Still going poorly. All right, thank you, Headless. Worried I was going to run out of room on the rolls there. Headless is not doing great, but that's because I'm not helping here, so... Nope, I need to roll into it. So I might have to finish this one up on my own, because I really left Headless hanging here. Especially when I just completely miss. I'll take that over the other one, I gotta say. Alright, again, some more crystal tears that probably provide protection against those damage types. If I put it into the magical flask. Now the question is, are we starting to get up? Not entirely sure we're still going to be able to get up there. Which again, because this is my favorite thing in the game, has me wondering, how do I get up there? And now I get OCD about figuring it out. So I get obsessive about figuring it out. Is he close enough that if it went down, I could jump? And I don't think the answer is yes. So I genuinely don't know. Do you get up there from the other hill? That might be the answer, so let's give that a try. Let's head here, head up the road, and then I'll see if I can come around from the other side, from the north. Might have to try that again next time. I've had some things just pop up, and yeah, that'll be the next time. We'll see if we can take the road north and make our way around the hill we were trying to get to from the north side. All right, sorry for the short session, and take it easy. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.